What is going on, guys? Today we are looking at you're tired of coming up against teams that want to rip your hair out every single day. Make sure you check u7buy.com for the most reliable and cheapest coins on the market. And at checkout, make sure you hit that JT11 for 5% off your order, and hopefully you have a good day. So in today's video, we are having a look at our man Robbo. He is come from a left back with, to be honest, I think actually a lot of good special cards. So he's had an 88, 89, 90 and 91 informs. Quadruple informs. He's also had a road to the final 90 card as well in terms of the UCL Live, and now we have finally got a 94 CDM. I do feel like the Liquid Summer might have been better for him, just purely for the fact that they could have argued to maybe get like a 95, 96 of him, and I think definitely still potentially could. Very, very unlikely, because now we've got this one just before that promo starts. I think now Robbo's probably done, but it would have been really nice to see like a 96, 97 left back, especially Robbo, who, by the looks of things, getting quadruple inform is very tough. There is not many people that do that in 1 year, so absolutely hats off to him. He is a 4-star DM. He did have 3-star, 2-star, so they've actually given him a relatively decent upgrade. He's 5'10 with a high, and he is left-footed. In terms of traits, we've got leadership and early crosser, and his stats are pretty decent. So if we go off what the upgrade from the 91 is, he's had 4 pace, 17 shooting, 8 passing, 5 dribbling, and 7 on the defending and physicality. So a very nice upgrade, and at the moment he's coming in at around about 300,000 coins. We managed to get one at 297. I can imagine he will drop further before this review ends, but we thought, we know what, we've got to pick him up. We'll give him a go. He was 450 when I first saw him. Now he's dropped a solid 150. I can imagine he will probably go to that price, but we're going to go straight into him. We've got the engine on him, which gives him, if I can remember rightly, 99 pace, 96 passing, and 96 dribbling, turning him into a 95 CDM or a 96 CM. So let's see if Robbo can live up to it. I'm actually expecting quite good things. That is an absolute ping. I will not lie, that is absolutely beautiful. Carlos Alberto, I don't know what cross that was, but the ping there, Robertson getting straight into this. You love to see it from him. Found big boy Robertson in the middle. Going to go for a little ping again. Wanted to go more on the outside. Ben Yedder gets the header, but it's just not enough to push the ball forward. I must admit, Robertson is kind of that DM that I think would be actually really nice. He's very versatile in his ball. He's got a nice agility on him, and his tackling is normally pretty good. So far so good with him. I think he's definitely going up suit straight away. Just seems to be everywhere in this DM role. Sometimes you find it that the players kind of just don't really bother. Like you just don't, they just kind of like fizzle away and you just never see them. Robertson at the moment has made more interceptions than I think anybody in the entire team so far. Robertson again pushes forward quite nicely, and I do like him as the left back, as he's very much an overlapping left back, which always really works out well for him. My biggest problem with someone like Robertson, especially as the left back role, I always overcommitted him, purely for the fact that I know he can do it. I know he's got the crossing ability, and I tend to just completely take him out of position, and that really does him no favors. Robertson again is going to ping one into Neymar. So far, I really can't fault Robertson at all. Playing a very high line as well. He's really far up the field, and to be honest, if he keeps making them interceptions, I don't see any reason why not. And again, intercept. Good block from Robertson, wins it back. Robertson's pace as well is absolutely phenomenal. Absolutely catches up on that one. That is beautiful stuff from him. Robertson with some quick dribbling, little ball roll to change direction. And again with the ball rolls, finds it through, actually does find it through. Felipe Anderson's on the wing, pings it into Everton, and again the keeper with a fantastic save. Robertson just cannot help but being on the ball. He's absolutely wonderful at this playmaking role. And again, he doesn't even have to be controlled to be there for the attack. Can we? Oh, we've gone for a little bit too much with him there, but honestly, I think Robertson's made a massive impact on this game. Honestly, I really think he's probably done the best so far. The question is, can Robertson have just as good game as what we saw before? Can we see him through on this one? He played absolutely stunning in that first one. Want to make sure it's not a fluke if we can. Robertson has been absolutely immaculate. Robertson with a cracking interception. Manages to find it, doesn't get the outlet, but stops the attack at the very, very minimum. And again with an interception. And I know that was Zidane this time. Was that Robertson off the line? I'd only just clicked. Sort of pricey, went down to about 275 during, and then he's kind of bounced back up a little bit as we've kind of gone into the final round of promos. And honestly, what a breath of fresh air this guy is in CDM. He's incredible at interceptions. Tackling's very good. Decent strength. He's got great pace. His on-the-ball ball control / just awareness is very, very nice. He's a very solid CDM. And obviously, 94 rated. He's had a big increase. He's a 4-4. He's got a lot going for him. So I think this card is absolutely fantastic. In terms of other DMs, that's going to beg the question. Yes, if we go to natural DMs or box to box, depending on how you play your DMs, I like to normally have one more defensive box to box and then have somebody like a Zidane who is kind of an up and down. Someone like a Bellingham, a Gravenberch, a Pedri. That would be my second DM, whereas someone like Conte would be my first. Conte, Kimmich, Busquets back in the day, they would be my proper solid DM. I think for me, Robertson definitely sits in that category. And if I was looking at kind of comparisons, I would be looking at someone like a Tonali. I would be looking at, if I keep going down, a Spinazzola would be another shout. Basically the same person. Matthias is a bit of both. Kimmich, again, yeah, Kimmich would be one. I'd then be looking at somebody like... Would I go with Tuchemeni? Is quite defensive as well, to be honest. I think he's very much box to box, but I think he could be argued as more defensive than anything. Then if you go further, you've got your Contes, you've got your lower rated cards in terms of DMs. But I think Robertson, for me, because Cancelo's taken his spot, especially team of the year and team of the season, this is an absolute perfect replacement card. And in terms of DMs in the Prem, you'd obviously be looking at De Bruyne. Jorginho isn't bad. Conte is incredible. Mane I like on the wing a little bit more, but can play striker, cam, or wing. Grealish, again, is a nice one. Then in terms of DMs, it would probably, for me, be Conte and Robertson, and then somebody like a De Bruyne sitting in the middle. Other than that, you're looking at Bruno, Silva, maybe Mata, but I weren't too much sold with him. I think DM-wise, I suppose Fernandinho weren't terrible, but he's an SBC that personally was far too expensive. Fabinho, in fact, would be a cracking one. So he is kind of still battling with a lot, but the fact that his left back is actually taken by Cancelo and is by a considerable amount of ratings, I personally think Robertson is actually more better suited for this DM card. So it's a perfect link up for him in a different position. And I think this card is a 10 out of 10. He just was very, very good. Consistent in the 3 matches that we went into with him. And honestly, he's going to be so cheap. Once we've kind of got to upgrades and got through a bit more of the week, we're going to see him drop in price even more. So this isn't the start to buy him. I think you've got a few more days and he's probably going to be around about 200, if not cheaper, to be honest. I feel like he will be packed quite a lot. He's that sort of person that is a high rated and is obviously in a high demand team, but I don't think he's that inaccessible that they're going to make him absolutely nowhere in picks. I think this guy will be in a lot of people's picks and packs over the next few days. And I think definitely the price coming under 200, I think you're looking at definitely a 10 out of 10 player. So let me know down below if Robertson is for you. Make sure you do like and subscribe on a video. We have got 2 videos down the side if you want to check them out. Make sure you do like and subscribe on this, and I'll catch you all for the next one. Peace.